Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. We're just gonna start getting some people in. So let me know if you can hear me. Let us know in the chat box what part of the world or the UK that you're tuning in from, and also let us know what company that you're from as well. We want you to engage with us as much as possible in the chat room. Because we can only give away prizes if we know you're there and you're listening and you're taking notes and really ready to learn about everything that we have to offer in St. Lucia and hear about some of these luxury properties as well, because St. Lucia is one of the finest luxury destinations out there. So I'm just going to wait a couple of minutes to see who we have on the call, and hopefully you let me know if you can hear me. Do we have anybody out there? Hotel partners, can you all hear me okay? Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, yes, we've got some people sending a few messages and let me know that they can hear me. So great. Well, I will begin. We are recording this webinar, so you will be able to watch it back if you do miss the beginning or you just want some more reference. So again, good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're tuning in from, because I know sometimes we get some North American agents, we get some from Europe and other parts of the world. So hello, everybody. My name is Nicole Compton, and I am the UK Sales and Marketing Manager for Trade at the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. We have some exciting people here with us who are going to tell you all about the properties that they own or they represent in St. Lucia. You'll be hearing from Rufus, who will be telling you all about Cap Maison. Candice will also be telling you about Sugar Beach. And we've also got Carolyn, who will be telling you about Anne Chasney and Jade Mountain in St. Lucia. Now, I'm going to start off by setting the scene, and I will be telling you about St. Lucia and why she's the only country in the world to be named after a woman, and why you should recommend and send your clients to St. Lucia. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and share my presentation with you. So I hope that you all enjoy. For some of you, this might be a nice refresher on the destination because you are St. Lucia experts and you do sell the destination quite well. And for a lot of you, it might be new. So welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. I love to start off with why St. Lucia. St. Lucia is home to our iconic Piton Mountain, which is our UNESCO World Heritage Site. These are our two volcanic peaks which tower above the Caribbean Sea. They boast some of the most amazing views from both land and sea. And they're quite iconic for various different things in terms of hiking the Pitons, swimming and diving beneath the Pitons as well. So everybody that visits St. Lucia, one of the things that I say that you must do is that you must take a trip down to Soufrière and also visit the Piton Mountains. St. Lucia is also the romance capital of the Caribbean. The island has won the world's leading honeymoon destination an incredible 16 times. So that really goes to show that when people think of special romantic occasions, they consider St. Lucia one of their top choices. We're perfect for weddings, also for bachelorettes, elopements, engagements, anything romantically inclined, St. Lucia is perfect for that. In St. Lucia, there's also adventure at every turn, from rainforest hikes to hiking waterfalls to diving, swimming, snorkeling, ziplining through the rainforest. We're also the winner of the Caribbean's leading nature and adventure destination. So as much as we're quite known for romance, we're really being recognized for our 19,000 acres of rainforest and the various different adventure options that we have in St. Lucia. We have world-class resorts, and you'll be hearing for some of these world-class resorts this afternoon. We've also got a collection of small properties called our Collection de Pépites, and also vibrant cuisine, rich culture, and that warm hospitality is what really makes St. Lucia charming and also unforgettable as well. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her resume. So she is the only country in the world named after a woman, named after patron saint St. Lucy of Syracuse. She was so popular that she was fought over for hundreds of years. She was 7 times British. I'm just going to ask if everybody could mute their microphone just so that we don't have any disturbance, because I can hear a couple of people talking in the background. So if you can all go ahead and mute yourself, thank you. Yeah, she was fought over for many years. She was 7 times British, 7 times French, until she gained her independence on the 22nd of February, 1979. So she is an independent nation, but she's also still part of the Commonwealth. She's nicknamed the Helen of the West for its natural beauty and colonial history. And some people do say she's one of the prettiest and the greenest islands in the Caribbean. She measures about 27 miles long and 14 miles across, and with a population of 180,000 people, she's quite charming, quite unique, and quite quaint. The official language in St. Lucia is English, but we do speak broken French, also known as Creole, as that French heritage that we once had. And as I mentioned before, she has a range of luxury properties, boutique properties, eco lodges, villas, inns, Airbnbs. There's definitely something for everybody's budget and everybody's taste in St. Lucia. But today we are going to be focusing on the luxury side of the destination. Her cuisine is influenced with a fusion of Creole, French, African, Indian, British. There's various different indigenous influences. Her national dish is green bananas, also known as green fig, and saltfish or salted cod. And you can experience this in various different ways around the island. Each local and national cooks it differently, but it all brings back that same national and warm feeling that you have every time you eat it. She's famous for her world-class cocoa plantations, chocolate making, bean to bar experiences. And for those who don't know, Hotel Chocolat, their story started in St. Lucia with their cocoa plantation, and now they have hundreds of stores across the UK and also branching into the US as well. But in St. Lucia is the only place where you can you can do a bean to bar tour and learn how to make your own bar of chocolate, and also visit their cocoa plantation as well. St. Lucia is home to also the Caribbean's only or the world's only dry-through volcano, and with a mineral bath where you can have a sulfuric mineral bath, which they do say can make you come out looking 10 years younger. So if you want a little bit of an inexpensive spa, or you want to recommend something that's quite unique and quite different to your clients, visiting the Sulphur Springs is definitely one that I recommend. Because of the Sulphur Springs, we also have black sandy beaches down in the southwest coast, down in Soufrière. But that's a lovely contrast from the golden white sandy beaches that we do have in the north of the island. We have some iconic festivals throughout the year, and a couple of the staples are the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, also St. Lucia Carnival, and Creole Heritage Month as well. And I'll be telling you a little bit more about those in a couple of slides. St. Lucia is also home to great achievements with having two Nobel laureates, Sir Arthur Lewis and Sir Derek Walcott, and also the world Olympic champion, Julian Alfred, who won the country's very first Olympic medal last year in the Paris Olympics, 1 gold and 1 silver, and she continues to soar in her field and winning these awards and accolades for the destination. Just going to point out a couple of key areas on the map. So all of our flights from the UK, US, and Canada fly into an international airport in the south of the island. That's Herenora International. We've also got a domestic regional airport at point number 3 up in Castries, which is also the capital of St. Lucia. A unique place on the map for us is Pigeon Island National Park. And now Pigeon Island was actually where the British were stationed when they were fighting for St. Lucia. So there you can still see their original ruins, cannons, their houses, and you really get a sense of those battles and how special St. Lucia was, which is why they were fighting for her. We've also got 2 marinas. We've got the Rodney Bay IGY Marina and also the Marigot Bay Marina as well. And down in Soufrière is where you will find a lot of our natural attractions. That will be our drive-through volcano, our Piton Mountains, Hotel Chocolat, where you can do that bean to bar experience. You can go hiking, and visit some waterfalls. So Soufrière is actually quite a unique place. And something that I do love to recommend to the trade is definitely consider a twin center holiday in St. Lucia. And I will definitely show you that with the likes of pairing Cap Maison up in the north of the island with any of the properties down in the south or in Soufrière like Sugar Beach or even Anchasne Jade Mountain, because you will get 2 very different experiences between the north and the south of the island because of their terrain and how green and how lush they both are. We have unforgettable experiences in St. Lucia, and we're more than just sun, sea, and sand. I've told you about the romance and the nature adventure, also the culinary and culture. Health and wellness is also quite big for us. Because we have a lot of these natural wellness products with our mineral mud baths, with doing yoga beneath the pitons. St. Lucia is pushing its way through that health and wellness market. So please do look out for more to come from us on that. And we do have a wellness resort that will be opening by sometime next year that I'll tell you about as well. And also being surrounded by water, we're the perfect place for diving. So we've got 22 dive sites. You can snorkel and dive off the shore of some of these beaches and resorts. And I'm now going to show you a little video, which is going to put all these unforgettable experiences into motion for you and really give you a sense of St. Lucia. Let her inspire you.
to the Pitos. Chill while the breeze blow, baby, and I wanna ride on the East Coast. Bad and bougie like amigos. I wanna feel you. Come and lock me like a cheat code. I can pack it up and you can move it like a repo. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty St. Lucia. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty St. Lucia. Going bars on the beat. Swimming in Soufritte. Sipping on Chairman's and Cranberry. Got a couple of my links on the way. Take a line by Island Breeze. Listen to the ocean speak. Bet you say you're never gonna leave. I'm in town, let me take you around. Pretty St. Lucia. It's my town, I'ma take you around. Pretty St. Lucia. Pretty St. Lucia. Pretty St. Lucia. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty St. Lucia. Come to town, I'ma take you around. Pretty St. Lucia.
I love that video because it really gives you a sense of everything that we have to offer, from our culinary to our wildlife to our nature and adventure to our nightlife. So it gives you a sense of what St. Lucia is for those who've not been, and for those who have, it makes you want to reintroduce St. Lucia into your marketing, and really push some of the amazing properties and excursions that we have to offer. Leading into that, I want to talk about our community tourism agency. They're an agency that's been developed to support authentic St. Lucian experiences across aspects like adventure, tours, cuisine, and accommodation. So they're really trying to empower the locals with their small businesses and the smaller communities to create opportunities that not only sustains their livelihood, but it gives visitors a genuine connection to the island, and what the island has to offer. So you can do some of our smaller tours where you can learn how we farm sea moss, or how chocolate's made from a smaller community or a smaller business. You can go with a private chef to do some farm to table, where you can pick your own fruits and veg and then learn how to cook a traditional St. Lucian meal, and also supporting some of our local and smaller properties as well. So I will share with you a link that will take you to the Community Tourism Agency website. So if you do want to learn anything more, or you want to introduce some of these experiences to your clients, you're more than welcome to do so. Now, I'm not going to talk about accommodation too much because we do have some amazing properties for you to hear from today. But with our luxury properties, we have a vast range across the west coast of St. Lucia that your clients can really choose from and really enjoy as well. So a couple of the ones on the screen is some of the ones who are not on this webinar this afternoon. But you will be hearing from Cap Mizo up in the north, Sugar Beach down in the south, and also Anchasni Jade Mountain as well. And like I mentioned, definitely consider a twin center when you're listening to these properties, and how you can pair them for your clients. Just going to mention some of our the free staple calendar events. So we're about to head into our Creole Heritage Month tomorrow. This is a celebration of our Creole French heritage that we once had throughout the whole month of October. We dedicate that to not only celebrating that, but to also share that with visitors to St. Lucia, what it means to us to be Creole. So on the last Sunday of October, which is the 28th of October, we celebrate what we call Journée Creole, or Creole Day, where you really get a sense and a taste of that. So a lot of the resorts will decorate their property with the traditional Madras print that you can see on the screen. They will serve traditional Creole food, like there's some green fig and saltfish there as well. You'll get it in traditional coal pots, or pots made from calabash. And for us, it's really just acknowledging and celebrating that heritage. Every year we host the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Next year, the dates are on the screen. And this is where you can, if you have any clients who are looking to travel to St. Lucia at this time, it's a great time for them to not only head to some of the events, the Jazz Festival, but to really get to explore and enjoy the island as well. And for us, the Jazz and Arts Festival is more than just jazz and art. It's a celebration of music. So we do have a pure jazz night. We've got a Caribbean night. We've got an Afrofusion night. There's some other events that take place around the island, some of the smaller communities, as well as the headlining events that take place at Pigeon Island National Park. So definitely stay tuned to our social media pages. We'll be sharing a lineup of all the artists and everybody who's going to be headlining the Jazz and Arts Festival next year. Also in July, we then head into St. Lucia Carnival. So for that first 3 weeks in July, we celebrate that carnival heritage and culture that we have across the Caribbean, but what it also means to us in St. Lucia. So we call it Lucian Carnival, nothing sweeter than that, because it is an experience that you will never forget. So if you have clients who are heading in St. Lucia in July, it's a great opportunity for them to experience it. They can be part of Carnival and also just experience and witness Carnival so as the parade goes through the streets of Castries as well. Also in July, we do have some of our other communities like the likes of Soufrière, Vieux-Fort, Gros-Islet, who do their own smaller carnivals. Because for us, we know that July is the quote unquote rainy season. It is that sort of the low season for the Caribbean, but us putting on events during that time is to show visitors that it's not, don't be put off by the rainy season. In St. Lucia, we get little to no rainfall at all, or what we call liquid sunshine, because it is what helps the island stay nice, green, and lush. And it's also a great opportunity for you to visit in the summer holidays. Just a couple of useful facts. So I mentioned before that we have the 2 airports and we fly directly from the UK, US, Canada, and also within the Caribbean as well. So from our domestic airport, you can actually fly within the Caribbean. So if you have clients who want to twin center us with another island, Barbados, Antigua, for example, they can do so out of that domestic airport. Now, because St. Lucia is very hilly and mountainous, it can take about 90 minutes to transfer by road and by ferry. However, we do have a helicopter transfer option, which takes about 10 minutes, and that will take you between the north and the south of the island, so between the 2 airports we have in St. Lucia. As a British, Irish, or European passport holder, you don't require a visa to travel to St. Lucia. And all that we ask is that your passport is valid for the duration of your trip. So you don't need to have 6 months or 3 months. If you're going for 2 weeks and it's valid for 3 weeks, then you'll be perfectly fine to visit St. Lucia. We accept 2 currencies island-wide, Eastern Caribbean dollar and also the US dollar. And then most credit cards are accepted in most restaurants and resorts. And also we have a wide range of ATMs as well. Now we also drive on the same side of the road as the UK. So if you do want to hire a car and do your own private tour around St. Lucia, you're more than welcome to do so. It's very easy. We do have 2 main roads, the East Coast Road and the West Coast Road. And also Google Maps works really well in St. Lucia as well. Just a quick graphic on our airlift. So we've got 7 flights a week out of London Gatwick at British Airways. We've also got great airlift from North America, from the likes of New York, Boston, Atlanta, Miami, just to name a few. And we do also have great connection from North America. So I know some of you agents have clients worldwide. If they do want a twin center, you can see the various different ways that you can get to St. Lucia. Just a reminder that we do have an online immigration card that's been in existence for just over 2 years now, and this must be completed before departure, up to 3 days before heading to St. Lucia, as we no longer give out, or we shouldn't be giving out, those customs immigration cards on the flight. So please, when you're doing your final emails and contacts to your clients, please send them a link which can be found on our website, www.stlucia.org, so that they can complete, or you can do it for them to complete that form. As I wrap up, I'm just going to tell you about a couple of new things in St. Lucia. So we do have an excursion called the Small Six, which plays off the Big Five in Africa. Because in St. Lucia, we have 6 endemic species. And we've partnered up with a local guide called Adam Toussaint, who's an expert in his field. And he's able to take visitors out into the rainforest and participate in some amazing excursion where you can actually try to spot these elusive creatures in St. Lucia, from the St. Lucia parrot to the gecko to another couple that we have on the list. So more details for that is on our website. So if you have clients who are into wildlife and they're into nature adventure, or they just want to do something different, that is definitely one that I recommend. With our luxury resorts, Secret St. Lucia is also now open, so that's added some great a great range of rooms to our catalogs. That's a great option for your clients. Bay Gardens will be opening up a 5-star villa in Rodney Bay to add to their collection very shortly, and also Cabot St. Lucia is opened, and they also feature an 18-hole golf course up in the north of the island in Cabot Estate. So that's a great option if you have clients who are into golf. And last but not least, the wellness resort that I mentioned earlier, Alia Resorts, Villas and Residences, will be coming soon. And this will be another wellness option to our catalog. We currently have the Body Holiday, which is they do quite well in that market, and won quite a lot of awards for being one of the top wellness resorts in the Caribbean, maybe even in the world. But we'll be getting another one as well. And some of you may be familiar with the Lifeco brand, and they do have wellness properties out in Turkey, out in Bodrum. So this will be their first property in the Caribbean. And last but by no means least, hopefully you are all in our training program and you have been logging your bookings to St. Lucia. We soon will be actually changing our rewards program. So we might be switching over to another program, which I'm not going to mention just yet, but details on that will be coming soon. However, to be in a chance of being titled our Global Peter Award winner, you have from the 1st of January this year to up until the 31st December to log all your bookings to St. Lucia. So if you've made a booking in February or in March and you've not logged it yet, you have up until the last day in December to do so. And then in the first quarter of the year, I will go through and see who are our top 10 winners, so our top 5 tour operator winners who've logged all their bookings and our top 5 independent travel agents, and you will be invited to our Global Peter Awards, which will be taking place in 2026. And also you can do our training program there as well. And when we're looking to invite people onto fam trips and events, we always go to our training program to invite you first. So I hope that I've inspired you to want to send your clients to St. Lucia. Again, my name is Nicole Compton, and I look after the trade for St. Lucia Tourism Authority in the UK and Ireland. Please connect with us on our Facebook, Instagram, and X. We will soon be launching, I think from tomorrow actually, a UK Instagram page because we have so much to share. And we just want to make sure that you know we're tapping into that UK market, that UK clientele. So we do have a UK Facebook page, and we will be soon launching a UK Instagram page as well. So look out for that. We'll be sharing the details on that shortly. So thank you so much for allowing me to inspire you with everything St. Lucia. I hope I really set the scene for you in the destination and all that we have to offer. We're now going to be heading up to Cap Estate, and we'll be heading to Cap Maison with Rufus. So Rufus, over to you.
Thanks, Nicole. Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you.
Brilliant. Sorry, I should have gone to the start. Thank you for organising this. Thank you for inviting us. I'm delighted to be in such great company with my fellow hoteliers. And thank you all for taking the time to view our presentation this afternoon. So we are on the northwest of the island, as Nicole mentioned. We're near Rodney Bay. We are near hotels such as the Body Holiday, Landing, Sandals Grand, etc. And as previously mentioned, we do some great twin stay packages with our fellow hoteliers in the south. We are near the airport in the north, so really everyone flies into the south for us unless they're coming privately, and we do recommend the heli transfer. We do have some new marketing materials, including this video I'm going to share with you. It's a brief one, and I hope the sound works.
I don't think the sound. Did you select share sound once you shared your screen? Because we can't hear anything.
Sorry, it appears the sound doesn't work, does it?
No, no sound.
Is that new that we haven't fixed the sound on it yet? I do apologize. But we do have lots of great new marketing materials, and we've shared them with Nicole and her team. So we will hopefully be making those available to everyone that sells us in St. Lucia. So we're 49 rooms, 5-star family-owned boutique resort and spa on the northwest coast, as mentioned. We are a Relais Chateau property, so we're very much about the quality of our cuisine, our restaurants, our service consistency. And we have a beautiful sandy beach, Smuggler's Cove on property. We have a very Spanish Caribbean colonial style concept. However, we've recently undergone a full refurbishment. The rooms, common areas, bars, restaurants, spa, and really kept the same look, style, and concept, but sort of cleaned it up a little bit. We opened in 2008 in October, so we're 17 years old next month, and we've kept a huge percentage of our team since day one. It's very much about that. It's a family operation. It's a team operation. We get, as all of our hotels do, we get a great deal of repeat business, of which we're very proud. The room categories, there are 3 plus a detached 4-bedroom villa. We have garden view rooms, we have junior suites, and we also have villa suites, which are our signature units. These rooms have large private full kitchens, private pools. We do lots of in-room private dining. We have butler concierge services here. We've got great experiences such as mobile barbecues with Wagyu lobster in season that come around. We'll do mixology classes in the evening. We really use the space as well. And the last elements of our rooms to be upgraded were our bathrooms. We think they've worked out really well. And like I say, we do have a lot more new marketing material we can share with everyone. Craig Smith, our executive chef, is someone who has been, Craig Jones even, who's been with us since day one. And Craig was Caribbean Chef of the Year 2017. He's a very exciting, vibrant chef. He's very, very humble. He's worked with, luminary chefs such as Ramsay and lots of other, Michelin people in the UK, but really sticks to his roots and trains his staff well and runs a great team. Those of you that know Cap Maison and know us will have heard of the Champagne zip line. For a bit of fun, we built a deck in front of the restaurant. We connected it with this zip line and we send down baskets of food and booze, not people, but a great spot for private dining for 2, for Pilates, full meditation. One of the big changes we made were to our main restaurant, which is the Cliff at Cap here. We raised the roof so that all of the tables have these magnificent wraparound ocean views. We're on the northwest, so we get these beautiful sunsets. All the hotels here today are on the west coast, which is, of course, is the leeward side, the protected side. We completely transformed our hotel bar into a really warm destination bar. We've got a baby grand piano here. Both of our restaurants have up to 75% of outside business, so they create a really good atmosphere. It's really buzzing. And of course, we do keep the best times and the best tables for our staff. We have a great walk-in wine cellar. We do a lot of educationals here, food and wine pairings, wine flights. We also produce our own rum, and we win awards regularly for both our wine lists and our rum. This is Rock Maison from above. We do 2 sittings here for dinner. We also put a roof on and can use it for breakfast. It's extremely popular. One very useful item we added was a new hotel app. So once your client has confirmed, we supply you a code, or your client, but preferably you. You can go in and log up to 100 and book 143 different experiences on behalf of your client. So it's a whole nother level of concierge service, one of which, of course, is booking Rock Maison here. You can book spa treatments, you can book in-room grocery stocking, you can pre-book tables at the restaurants, plus also excursions. So Smuggler's Cove, like all beaches in St. Lucia, is public. It's not private. Feels very private, however. The water sports are exclusively for our guest use. The day beds are. But we do have this really buzzing beach bar and restaurant, The Naked Fisherman. All of us hotels here on the call today regularly win awards, and deservedly so. But The Naked Fisherman has been voted in the top 10 Caribbean beach bars 4 times in the last 10 years by the USA Today. So a really good, credible stamp. And we do live jazz here, we do live reggae, we have DJs in season. It's really good space. We don't do motorized water sports here. It's a very peaceful, quiet cove. We've got 2 live reefs directly off the beach, so very good snorkeling, hobby cats, kayaks, paddle boards. St. Lucia does have world-class kite surfing, and that can be arranged through the concierge service. And also, if clients do want jet skis, they can be arranged just on other beaches. That is me, Nicole, and I will stop sharing and hopefully it comes back to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Rufus.
Sorry about my video.
That's okay. I mean, you still have a bit of time. If you wanted to try it again, if you go to share screen, then you have to click on share sound. So that should then come up.
Now you're talking something technical, which is not my field of expertise. I'll only humiliate myself even
No
more.
problem. What we can do is we can definitely make sure that the everyone on the call and those registered get a copy of the video in the follow-up.
That would be brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, no problem. Okie dokie. So we're in the north of the island. Now we're gonna get a little catamaran down to Soufrière. We're gonna go just between the pitons and we're heading to Sugar Beach with Candice. So Candice, over to you.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. Oops, trying to share my screen. Now share sound. Let me see. Okay. Is everybody seeing this okay?
Yes, can see it.
Yes, thank you. Right, so I know some of you I've met actually not long ago. So lovely to have all of you to join us today for this webinar. My name is Candice from Clear Marketing. So we manage Sugar Beach Advisory Resort here in the UK markets. Oops, sorry, it's just being a bit slow. Right, so Sugar Beach Advisory Resort, like what Nicole has mentioned previously, one of the bucket lists to do in St. Lucia is to see the two pitons. So we are located kind of on the south part of St. Lucia, right between the two pitons. To give you an idea, so it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's about 40 minutes drive from the international airport. Alternatively, I personally quite like the boat arrival experience. Just to sort of visualize it a little bit more for you, we are like the entire resort is kind of located by the beach side between the two pitons. So if the clients are coming by cars, they would kind of need to go through the whole rainforest area to get to the resort. However, if you could just imagine if they're coming by boat, they would then be able to see the whole pitons from the ocean and sort of emerging into the resorts, into this whole destination. So for me personally, that's kind of a wow experience to arrive to the resorts. Just to map it out a bit more for you, so from the top of the resort, we've got a racket club center, to the center of the resort where we got our spa, and sort of most of the restaurants and spa, and the gym facilities are located in the center of the resort. We have two white sand beaches for our guests. Then all the rest of the villas and residences are sort of located around the hillside to give you that either ocean view or the piton views. Just to show you a couple of images on the dining options. We've got two restaurants, sort of casual dining vibe on the beach area. We've got Soulwood, which is a fine dining restaurants as well. And then Kim Bar, which is more of a Southeast Asian cuisine sort of type. Throughout the day of the week, during different nights, we also have different sort of barbecue nights or Mexican nights, different theme nights that's available for our guests. So obviously we try to provide different variety of cuisines for the guests at Sugar Beach. In the center of the resort, this is sort of the images of the resort. We've got kind of the fitness center where it's located, and 12 beach bungalows are located on the beach itself, and a main pool area for our guests. So as you can see from here, there are two white sand beaches that's available for the guests. Obviously, fitness center itself offers different complimentary classes to rainforest hike. That's all available for our guests. The main pool area, we've got 6 cabanas as well. Other than that, what's worth mentioning as well is that all our room types, no matter if it's the villas or the residences, it has all got a private water element. So what it means is depends on the room type that the client books. It's either a private jacuzzi to a full poolside swimming pool. So that's either way as well available for all our guests in their own accommodation. Other than that, well, as you can probably guess, that's kind of my favorite part of the resort. We've got our amazing rainforest spa, which is located on the actual rainforest site. So all these treatment rooms are sort of in these tree houses styles. As you walk around the spa itself, you're literally walking around and wandering in the rainforest, and not your very typically sort of spa where you get the music playing in your background, but instead you get the waterfall sound and the birds and all that. So it's a very much different experience compared to other spas. Other than that, we're also very fortunate to be located on a national marine reserve area. So what it means is, like Nicole mentioned earlier, there are quite few areas in St. Lucia that's very popular for snorkeling or diving activities. And at the bottom of the Piton, that's one of those locations. So the guests can literally take the tank and just walk from the beach into the ocean to dive or snorkel. So those are the activities that they can do from the location here. For the little ones, we've also got the kids club and the teenagers kids club that's available. Other than that, early this year, we've opened our new racket club center. So we've now got the tennis, paddle, and pickle courts that's available for our guests. Just to then map it out the rooms and the villas a bit more for you. So in the center of the resort, you've got the leading room types, the sugar mill rooms and the beachfront bungalows. So those are sort of within the walking distance of the facilities and the restaurants. And then, as I mentioned earlier, all the rest of the villas and residences are then kind of located throughout the hill into different clusters. One of the other thing is all our accommodations has private butler service, no matter if it's from the sugar mill rooms to the residences. So that's all available for our guests. That's just another aerial shot to sort of give you an idea. The center of the resort, the sugar mill rooms, and then beachfront bungalows, then the rest of the villas, just so that you have a better understanding on that. Obviously depends then on the villas or residences that you book. You will then see in the name of the room types to mention either a full ocean view or Piton view, and that would be the way of guaranteeing any of the views that your clients will prefer to book. Other than that, around the corner of the resort, we have most of our residences that's located there. So the residences are ranking between the 1 to 2 and 3 and 4 bedrooms. Those are all fully equipped with kitchen facilities, obviously very popular for multi-generational travelers. And then one of the other excitements that we have this year is that we've launched and opened our latest baby at Sugar Beach. So it's called Spice of Life. It's a 9-bedroom residence that we've just opened this year, March. So this is actually our owner's own residence. As you can see from the picture itself, it's a lot more sort of homey kind of setup rather than just a hotel residence kind of look. It's a lot more contemporary and modern looking. Obviously, 9 bedrooms can be divided into 4 or 5, depends on the requirements of the guests. There is private fitness center, entertaining rooms, and all that's available. One of the other highlights is obviously apart from having the direct access to the beachfront itself, all the chefing and cuisine or dining requirements are all done within the residence itself. As well, the outdoor terrace area can accommodate up to 100 guests for caterings or events, and that's all prepared and done within the residence rather than having to come from different restaurants or kitchens around the resort. So that's one of the, I guess, convenience for any of your clients that might be looking for a small group celebrations or a small wedding anniversary sort of requirements. I've got a small video to show you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that's Sugar Beach Advisory Resort. And I feel like I say this all the time, especially when Nicole doing the events together, you might feel like I'm just repeating myself. But I say it from the bottom of my heart as well. You might have noticed what Rufus mentioned earlier as well. You will probably notice from the webinar today, if St. Lucia is a new destination for you, you be able to tell that a lot of our hotel guests are repeaters from especially this market. So it's I think it's not bad to say that obviously the island looks after our guests as well as all the hotels and resorts has something different to offer. And the most important thing is the St. Lucians who always look after the guests, I think from really what they, from their personality, that they try to accommodate everything and bring the culture and the traditions influence to the guests who always choose to come back to the island. That's me for everything. I hope you guys have got a better understanding from the locations of between the pitons. And obviously, if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Candice. Guys, like she said, if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat. I'm guessing at this point, nobody has any questions. Everyone's just so inspired and amazed by all the results that we're seeing. But yes, if anything you can think of that you want to ask our hotel partners, now is the chance for you to do so. So we're going to move on. We're going to stay in the Soufrière area, and we are going to be heading to Anne Chassenay and Jade Mountain with Carolyn.
Sorry, I
That's okay.
had trouble unmuting myself. Good afternoon, good morning to those from the United States. I see we have a number of you on this call. I hope you can see my screen. And I have the pleasure this morning to bring to you Anne Chassenay and Jade Mountain. My name is Carolyn Trubetskoy, and my family are the owners of those two lovely resorts. You know that we are near the little town of Soufrière, near our beautiful Piton Mountains. And by lucky coincidence, we are also surrounded by most of the island's coral reefs, so that we are also an excellent spot for snorkeling and scuba diving. Before I move my slide, also take note that the two resorts, Anne Chassenay and Jade Mountain, are directly adjoining. So what you see on the lower hillside and at beach level is Anne Chassenay, and directly above is Jade Mountain. Anne-Chastanet has 49 rooms, 37 of which are on a hillside and 12 are at beach level, and Jade Mountain above has 29 sanctuaries, and you can still walk from Jade Mountain all the way down to the beach level. So it is actually that when you stay at Jade Mountain, you have the best of both worlds. Our resort is a 600-acre property stretching over 2 valleys and giving us 2 beaches. Of note is that in the valley behind the second beach, we have over 12 miles of our own private resort hiking and mountain biking trails, and you can rent mountain bikes from us. Currently, we are the only resort with a private helipad. This may change soon. It is 60 minutes by land taxi to come to our resort from Hevanora International Airport, and only 6 minutes by helicopter. It is a very nice James Bondish way to arrive, of course. Just a snapshot. Just a snapshot of our 2 beaches, Anne-Chastanet Beach and now Anse Mamine Beach. That's the second beach in the valley behind. We have those hiking and biking trails. In the interest of time, I'm just showing you one category at Anne-Chastanet, which is the premium category. That's the top category. And what's so interesting about it is really that these rooms were sort of the catalyst for Jade Mountain to be designed and built by my husband, Nick. Not many rooms at Anne-Chastanet have an open wall, but the premium rooms, there is a couple of them that have this open wall, and so sort of that same sort of experience where you're always one-on-one with a few. What Anne-Chastanet is well known for is our beautiful art collection with both local and international art. You see it everywhere. There are a couple of one-of-a-kind suites. So I mentioned Anne-Chastanet has 49 rooms. There is 37 on hillside, 12 at beach level. And at beach level, we also have the one-of-a-kind beach house. This cottage is right on Anne-Chastanet Beach. It's a 1-bedroom cottage, but large enough that families could possibly put up to 2 children in their bedroom. It's not a 2-bedroom, but a very large 1-bedroom. Then we also have the one-of-a-kind Pete-Home pool suite. That is our only suite at Anne-Chastanet with a private pool. This can be connected to the second room, and we have a number of interconnecting 2-bedroom suites. And that reminds me now to confirm that we take children at Anne-Chastanet from age 8 year-round, and that therefore these interconnecting suites might be of interest. Because we're in a remote area and we don't really have a lot of nightlife or restaurants on the outside, we try to give our guests a lot of different dining options. You have every night 4 different menus in 2 different locations, everything from Eastern Caribbean St. Lucian fusion to entirely vegan to modern Caribbean in our Palau restaurant on the hillside with a beautiful ocean view, and also the old treehouse where we have the vegan cuisine. And then because we have 2 beaches, we do amazing private dinners, both on Anne-Chastanet and Anse Mamine Beach. We do special theme dinners, for example, the Eat Them to Beat Them lionfish dinner, where we teach you first, if you're a scuba diver, how to catch the fish, and then you get a 6-course meal just all about lionfish. On the second beach, we have this lovely Jungle Grill, which is laid back for what some guests tell me is the world's best burger. And I mentioned scuba diving already. We are known for an exciting range of resort adventure activities. We have our own PADI 5-star resort scuba operation. About 30% of our guests at Anne-Chastanet come specifically for the diving. We have excellent non-motorized water sports. The diving is really above average for the Caribbean. Our divers think it's actually excellent, and so good reason to come. We have our own coral nursery. Sustainability is very big for us. We're the only resorts in St. Lucia that are Travel Life Gold certified. We also have a LEED certification for Jade. Guests can participate in the coral nursery with coral gardening courses or just helping us to clean. We do amazing marine health talks. Our wellness program is equally wonderful. We have not only yoga, but a whole list of other holistic experiences. If you're interested in nature, every day we offer complimentary walks and hikes, and they're being accompanied by our own father nature called Mano. by far the most popular team member we have because he does such a great job explaining. And he's also trained in bird watching. We have our own bird watching guides and tours on property, but we can also take you bird watching all across the island. I mentioned the mountain bikes already. We have these beautiful trails among the historical ruins of an 18th century estate, and we'll teach you how to use the bikes, and you can go around by yourself. We curate our own excursions. We have our own sailboats that are available. We also offer complimentary art classes. That's very popular. That happens twice weekly. And that was a brief overview of Anne Chastanay, 49 rooms, taking children from age 8. And now we go to Jade Mountain. That is our adults only property sitting on top of Anne Chastanay, looking more like a spaceship than a hotel in the traditional sense. And my husband is the designer that also built it. When you arrive, you sort of cross your own bridge to get to the entrance door of your suite. We call the suites sanctuaries. And then most guests either hop up and down hysterically or they start crying, but we never see a normal reaction when guests actually see their sanctuary for the first time. What our sanctuaries are well known for is the open wall concept. So at Jade Mountain, all of these sanctuaries are open wall. And you, of course, have the most amazing view of the Piton Mountains. And whether you are in your bed, on the couch, or in your massive private infinity pool, you're always one-on-one with the view. My husband used to refer to this as floating on a magic carpet in space. The sanctuaries are all individually designed. There's different pool tile colors, different tropical hardwood floors from trees that were all sustainably harvested. And as you see here, the pools are not really plunge pools. They're up to 900 square feet in size. So actual swimming pools suspended at various hillside levels. Even our bathtubs, our couples tubs, have a few of the pitons. And the top category at Jade Mountain is our Galaxy category. There's 3 of them. Not only do you have one wall missing, I would say there's no walls left. You're literally floating in space. And these are by far, of course, the most looked after, desired. I should say lusted after. If you have never heard about Jade Mountain, which I don't think that's the case, but there's a wonderful program called Amazing Hotels Life Beyond the Lobby that is on BBC Two. It's also on Amazon Prime, where you have 45 minutes just about Jade Mountain. We have been very busy at both resorts investing in refurbishment programs. We also retiled some of our pools. This is just a sample of one of our new the furniture in the sanctuaries. We also build our own furniture. What you see here with the checkers, that is our Jade Mountain Elysium furniture, and guests have already indicated they want to buy the furniture. So maybe we'll have a furniture page on our website in future. The guests are looked after by our major domo teams. That's the butlers. And when you stay at Jade Mountain, you have your own restaurant, the Jade Mountain Club, on top of Jade Mountain, together with a beautiful celestial terrace that you may have seen once on The Bachelor Red Rose proposal. We obviously have normal proposals too by people that actually get married after and stay married. And there, obviously, we can do a great job if you want to get married and if you want to propose or get married on this terrace. Just a reminder of our private dinners. And sorry I go through so quickly, but I know I only have 10 minutes. We have a great variety of culinary activities. We offer cooking classes. We have our own organic farm that guests can visit. My son Yasha, who's now the managing director, opened a microbrewery there. So you can also have beer tasting, or if you have a sweet tooth, let us take you on our own tree to bar tour. We have over 2,000 cacao trees. And then back at Jade Mountain, there is a chocolate laboratory where we can teach you how to make chocolate, or you go to the spa to have a chocolate facial, or drink our chocolate infused stout beer. One way or another, we'll get you with our chocolate. Both resorts have boutique spas with beautiful offers from both Ayurvedic and classic treatments. there is, as I already said, Pilates now and other fitness classes on offer. We have a new package called the Serenity Wellness Package that you can see on our website. If sustainability is of interest to your guests, we do a wonderful behind the scenes tours to show our own water management. We make our own water so that we can get rid of all the plastic. And we also have an amazing wastewater management. And if that's not enough, we also have an animal shelter. So that you can also visit. It's near the farm. And this is my son Yasha and my daughter-in-law. There is a video which I'm not playing because I think I'm out of time. This is my contact details, and then there are some key selling points that I'm sure you'll get this presentation from Nicole, and so you can look at this in your own time. Thank you very much, Nicole. I hope I didn't overstay my welcome, and back to you.
Perfect. No, thank you. That was great. Thank you. Just in enough time to wrap up the webinar. So has anybody got any questions on St. Lucia? Any questions on Cap Maison and Chassenay Jade Mountain, Sugar Beach? If you do have any questions, please pop them in the chat. We've got a couple more minutes. We hope that all four properties, I should say, has inspired you to want to, recommend St. Lucia and recommend these luxurious resorts to your clients, and definitely twin center them with a property in the north and a property in the southwest coast as well. Someone's asked if we can share the videos. Yes, we can. So you will be hearing from myself. I will do a follow-up and send you links, everything, also our media library, etc. And I'll share the contact details of all three presenters or their reps. And then they'll be able to, either they can send it to me and I will share it with you, or them or their reps will share a copy of their presentations, media libraries, videos, and everything. Any more questions? No? Okay, well, thank you so much for everybody, to everyone for joining us today. I know those who are going to be watching this on the recording, I want to say thank you for taking the time to watch our luxury webinar. If you have any questions, you'll definitely be able to reach out to myself or any of the partners. I'd like to thank Carolyn, Candice, and Rufus for taking the time to be here today and to also sharing their properties in St. Lucia and sharing their knowledge of St. Lucia as well, because we've all been to St. Lucia, experienced St. Lucia. We have different stories and different things that we love about St. Lucia and that we enjoy sharing with not only the trade, but with consumers and visitors that we meet as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today. I hope you are having great weather wherever you are. I'm experiencing some great weather in Hemel Hempstead this afternoon. If you're in the US, hope you're having a good morning. And we look forward to seeing you soon. I'm just reading one last question. Yeah, just someone saying they're looking forward to all the developments, and we'll be launching our fam trips from the first quarter of the year. So now that you've all registered for this webinar, you will be on our database and we'll to share any details of fam trips and events and stuff going on. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.